Welcome to New Mexico Black Rifle Operators Union. I'm your host, Sean. This is recorded because I have a gig today to do some consulting work for my former life. But what I wanted to talk about was SHOT Show. So I've already seen something that'll probably be coming out in SHOT Show, and I think it's a great, cool invention that we need to look at more for AR-15 guys. Hop from TFB covered it. If you don't know who Hop is, he's James Reeves, I believe, son. At least that's how they play online. But he has this cool coverage on an AR-15 upper that Jim Tech's working on with Smith & Wesson. It is an AR-15 upper that's designed to be suppressed because the AR-15 was never designed to be suppressed all the time. And, well, the AR-15 has become the most used rifle in the United States. It is the most ubiquitous rifle, and saying AR-15 is like saying Honda Civic or Honda. But what I think is interesting about this is they changed the profile journal or the profile of the barrel to match this new gas block. This new gas block uses old school technology that's been on tanks forever to help increase velocity, or decrease chamber pressures. With that little swell on the barrel of an M1 Abrams, yeah, that little swell is actually two chambers or two cuts in the barrel that vent gas out. This allows a projectile to go out fast enough by bleeding off some of the energy, but also stops them from, having an overpressure in the chamber. And when you suppress something, that's the first thing that happens, is you get a lot of gas blowback. So this is an interesting take on what they were looking at. Now, this upper has a couple other features. It has some stuff on the bolt carrier group, or the BCG, that are very interesting. They've scalloped the firing pin to help gas flow. They've also put a ring in the back. They've carved a ring in the back of the bolt carrier group to allow gas and oil to bypass. Now, what this does is it allows the gun to cycle cleaner. It also allows some of that gas not to come directly back at you. And when you're using the suppressed rifle, that's the biggest problem we have, is back pressure. The AR-15 is one of those that is very gassy if you've ever suppressed one or shot one suppressed. It's probably the one gun I probably never would suppress because of that, but that's just me. And I think the 5.56 using subsonics is stupid. I would probably do this to an AK, a 9mm rifle or a 9mm PCC. That'd be great. A pistol, definitely, especially something like a 45 ACP or a 9mm. To me, that's a home defense gun because it's not going to blow your eardrums out. Suppressing a gun does not totally take away the report of the gun. A bullet traveling at hypersonic speeds will always make a crack. You have to have subsonic ammunition to get them to be quiet, in addition to having a suppressor. That's why the Hearing Protection Act should have been passed a long time ago, because the only thing it has ever done, a suppressor will ever do, is, mitigate hearing loss. And for someone who's had a hearing loss specifically because of guns, this is a good thing for American society. However, our federal government doesn't believe that. They believe the movie trope that the gun goes click, 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 and it's completely silent, and all you hear is the action working. That's not how it works. It's never how it worked. Never will be how it worked. You can get close with some of these guns using subsonic ammunition. However, that isn't its intended purpose. A lot of the people using suppressed guns are hunting animals that spook when the report comes, and they're allowed to get multiples of these animals, specifically pigs, feral pigs. So why do I think this is a cool thing? It's the first time in a long time I saw somebody do something totally innovative and different with the AR-15. They have a muzzle device that goes on their Gemtech suppressors that they say is about the same, maybe a little bit more, well, it is a little bit more weight than an A2 birdcage. That means there's not as much weight out front. But this is a quick detach and attach method for their suppressors. And the suppressor that they were specifically showing goes up to 300 Win mag. Now, if you could buy one suppressor to swap between all your guns, this sounds like the right one. That's cool. Now you're only paying for the price of the suppressor, the $200 tax stamp, and all the other accoutrements that go with that. And now you have a suppressor you can use on multiple guns. That is an interesting idea. The other thing is, as people land at SHOT Show, this is why I think these decisions from the ATF came out when they did, because they don't have a chance to give them blowback the same day. There will be blowback, I guarantee you, when they get back. I can tell you Eric Pratt from Gun Owners of America already has said this is draconian, and he's already ringing the bell. As I said, them and FPC will be the ones that lead the charge, but don't get complacent. In New Mexico, we're facing lots of challenges, and the only way we're going to get around those is by putting their feet to the fire. Like, share, subscribe, be great.